another cheeseburger.
Around with fucking mascara on his fucking temples, leaking like Fame Baker, just fucking gutted a fish.
I think it's really more about a time when Hollywood thought that their DC major DC father figure role model.
Some fucking big thing walks off the launch pad and goes, "Hello, everybody! I'm Bobcat Goldthwait," or something. I don't know. And
That would be incredible.
It's time for the middle classholes.
well,
That's probably just a new safety
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
this meeting
for Beatrix. So Beatrix would know.
God.
But it's not, that's not surprising because she's clearly using an alias. That's an.
It
alias.
might be he. I don't know. It could be. It could be a man. I don't know. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, we did have. And I don't know. Did we? Did we?
I don't know if we
present that last
discussed
week?
it
Did we?
here or not.
I don't know if we advertised it last week. If we were going to have a 9/11 skeptic on the show, we weren't going to make it part of the regular audio broadcast. It was going to be a special that we put on the YouTube channel. A few back and forths today, and apparently this person is a little bit wishy-washy. Has some cold. Is it cold feet, wet feet? I think it's cold feet. Cold feet. Yeah. Where am I getting wet feet from?
Nowhere. Somewhere in your mind that's been made up.
Yeah,
It's just a Wesley Fox like brain function that doesn't occur in anyone else.
Getting some wet feet about jumping on in front of the camera, to which I think all three of us unanimously said this morning, no way. And Alan, you made a great point. I want you to say what you said, because I think that actually is just, man, it exemplifies how I feel about these skeptics sometimes.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember what I said. I just talk, man. I don't really say things. Let me go back and look here.
It had to do with being secretive,
Yeah,
right? So
I know what line you're talking about. I just don't.
I've got it right here if you
Okay.
like.
Yeah, fucking crazies want to spew their craziness from anonymity. No, sir, the middle class holes shame you to your face. Yeah, I mean
We shame ourselves to our face. How are you any better than us?
Yeah.
You're not. That's how.
And I get accused of being a government paid shill on YouTube by these clowns. The government pays you to get on these channels and comment all your nonsense shillbot bullshit, and here I am out front and center, and this person's like, well, maybe I'll just turn my camera off. And I'm not saying it's for everyone. I get it. Being on YouTube or being front and center or having your face out there, that's not for everyone. I get it. It is a controversial topic, but them's the rules if you're going to get on our show. That's it.
Well, okay. I get what you're saying, and I'm glad you're, being nice to these people. But if you are so passionate and hell bent that your own government, is 20 years ago tried to take itself down from inside, wouldn't this be like the mission of your entire life? And that's one of the questions I actually wanted to get to with this human, is that, okay, if all of you conspiracy theorists out there wanted to get to the bottom of this, you have had 20 years to now get a real job, move your way up the system, get a job at the Pentagon, get some guys just before they retire, befriend them, go out to a bar, feed them one too many Long Island iced teas, and ask them several prying questions about what happened 20 years ago. And somehow, no one's done that to this point. Mm-hmm. We can't keep secret what kind of Mexican food Donald Trump likes to eat at Trump Tower. He likes taco bowls. Everything gets leaked. Everything. And nothing's gotten leaked from this. If there was just a one or two leaks, Julian Assange is probably going to die in isolation for releasing Hillary Clinton's emails, which apparently were her emails kept on her server. She fucked up and gave to an aide. He knows that information. So why would he not then release relevant information about the 9/11 conspiracy if there was one?
Yeah, because they have control over everything. God, you know that?
Sorry, I was pent up on that little rant all day.
Ugh.
That wasn't.
It's
It
funny.
wasn't meant for you.
It all comes like, I think it just all comes full circle too. Like, there's a long branch that touches QAnon right there. You know what I mean? The global elites.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the same vein of fucking lunacy. Yeah.
And they also are in the back pockets of every major executive producer for every major affiliate from coast to coast, top to bottom. Every radio station. I mean, hell, Mur, you worked it there. I'm sure your EP was just corrupt as all hell.
Look at these lavish amenities I broadcast from these days. You think this kind of money doesn't come from the hush kind of money? I think not, sir.
Mm-hmm. Right. Don't be spreading that skeptic talk. Not on our airwaves. No, sir, Bob.
That's expensive soundproofing.
Yeah. That's the foam in the basement that Biggie was talking about in Mo Money.
He's got the kind of money where he soundproofs half the wall and then just throws up a Ravens blanket.
Hey, wait.
And an American flag.
Yes. That's not the American flag. That's the flag of the conspirator, my friend.
Is that a 48 star? I fucking knew it.
Yeah,
goddamn.
Definitely 48 star.
It's a 48er. Middle class
48er because you.
Yeah, do it. Say it. 48er because
No. I mean, because Alaska and Hawaii, you know why they're there. You know why.
Because they, I think, probably right. Actually, because they did it. Middle class holes, everyone. Welcome to the end of May. Foxman, Murr, and Alan. Shoo-wee, guys. Hey, Sunday, did you guys tune in to old 50 years young Phil Mickelson turning back the clock, winning himself his second PGA championship at 6th overall major? Murr, I know you're a massive golf fan. You play a lot. Were you dialed in?
Oh, yes. I was dialed in to the news alert that came on my phone that said Phil Mickelson wins again at 50. That's about all I got. I'm happy for the guy, I guess. He's the most boring. He is so lucky and unlucky that Tiger Woods came around when Tiger Woods came around, because he's unlucky that Tiger Woods came around because Tiger pretty much probably stole, maybe 10 championships that he could have under his belt if Tiger wasn't around. But in my opinion, most of the regular world would have no idea who Lefty was if Tiger wasn't there to beat him for over a decade. So, congratulations, Phil.
You're saying, so Tiger doing what he did to golf allowed people like Phil Mickelson to make the amount of money and have the superstardom that they are. I could agree with that to a certain extent. I don't think golf would be as big had Tiger Woods not done what he did circa, you could say it started at 97. It really started in 1999. But, I think we're splitting hairs at that point. Alan, did you watch the tournament?
Yeah, of course. This is a good one. It's at a good course that usually is challenging for even the best. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was exciting to see, man. My man was whipping it around too. That 366-yard bomb he hit. It was entertaining. That was good golf. That's what you want.
I certainly
whining the whole time.
I don't recall when the last time Kiowa hosted a major championship, but they ought to make that kind of a semi-regular on the Roto.
I think it does come around for stuff
every 5 or 6 years. I think I think it hosted a Ryder Cup in the early '90s. I guess my point is it lends itself for a lot. I mean, it's right in the ocean, a lot of wind, challenging course, long, great venue for people, et cetera, et cetera. But hey, Kornheiser said it, man. We got the full Phil experience. We got bogeys, we got birdies, we got long drives, we got hitting into hazards, we got getting out of trouble. He went bogey, birdie, bogey, pitched in from the bunker on 5.
That was silly.
His best shot, in my opinion, was the approach shot on 10. Tough way back pin placement, sticks the fucking iron, and then knocks down the 10-footer to really kind of put himself out of harm's way. The 17th, the par, was it 16 or 17? The par 3, there was like 205 yards carry. Gets a shitty bounce, goes the pretty tough rough. Old Phil may have scolded that, caught it thin, and then put it into the water. 50-year-old Phil just says, "Let me get it on the green. Let me get it in there. Just get it safe." And then, Christ, the fucking mayhem that ensued on 18. It was just good television.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Even Vegas thought Mickelson with a one-shot lead wasn't the betting favorite going into that fourth round. I found that to be humorous. They couldn't catch him. Oldest man to win a major and Christ, he's almost 51. I think he'll be 51 in another 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
And he said it. He said, "It's not the physical, because I'm in great shape. It's the concentration for 4 straight rounds." And apparently he's been playing like 36 and 54 holes a day to wrap in, to make 18 holes seem easy in terms of a concentration thing. Murray, you kind of were like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's insanity. No, because I know that the only thing that I've ever heard cool about Phil Mickelson's routine is his just straight routine where he gets out on the putting green and just in putts, he has to make 100 putts, and if he misses one, he has to start over. Right. And I always thought that was a fascinating way of approaching something like that. Like, if you can make 100 in a row, like, how can you miss any other time of day anywhere else? And the fact he's playing that many, that's a lot of golf. Like, especially like Alan, when you were talking about how you hit like a 109, like, I can't swing the clubs that much. Yeah. I mean, and this is somebody playing 36 to 54 holes.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, my man's only swinging it like 60 times. It's a little different, but no, that's still a shit ton of golf. But I mean, hey, that's how you get to where you're winning fucking PGA championships with mobs behind you,
right?
And shit like that, and shitting on the cocky kid who definitely thought he was going to steamroll you.
Oh yeah.
That last round.
Especially the birdie bogey start that had Koepka going up. First of all, you're like, okay, here it was fun while it lasted. Remember, to correct you, the coolest thing about Phil is his gambling. He's a degenerate, and he gambles all the time with everyone, every practice round, anything he can fucking do. $2,500, $1,000, $500. My Rolex, my Mercedes. I don't know if he's ever bet those last two things, but he gambles.
You see, you shouldn't have told me that. I hate fucking people like that. I just fucking hate them. I hate them with every passion of my body. Like Michael Jordan, fucking betting that fucking guy with quarters against the wall and shit. Dude, god damn, you have all the money. I ain't got none. Stop it already. When we go out to the bar, we have a particular mutual friend that every single thing, like, hey, we'll put $10 on it. No, I don't. I just want to play to see who the better man is right now. Can we do that? Right. I won't play unless I bet. Then I guess we're not playing. And so Phil's that fucking guy. So you know what? Fuck Phil. And his fucking flabby body and his nipples fucking peeking out every time he gets sweaty.
Yeah. He is
sweaty lefty.
He is doughy. But it's okay. He just won a fuking major. It doesn't matter. At 50.
Yep. 366-yard drive, longest of the day. I think it was at, 16? Yeah.
16,
Smoked
17.
one. Well, congratulations to him. And what has weirdly become a story that the 50-year-old Phil Mickelson winning his sixth major and the oldest player to win a major is kind of playing second fiddle to what took place leading up to it, but it kind of has come full epicenter is this Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka headbutting competition. Murr, did you see the interview? I can't. It's kind of YouTube.
Nope, I know nothing. I would like to be the neutral source here. Okay. I know you guys seem to think there's a point of contention. I would like to be the arbiter of this argument and see where the chips fall here. So I'd like you guys to proceed with your arguments, and then I'll make a judgment call at the end here.
I mean, I don't think there's much of an argument. I think it's these
two
are
have the same opinion.
These two are button heads, and they're starting this kind of neat rivalry in golf where they legitimately don't. Well, Bryson's one of those guys that doesn't dislike anyone. Brooks genuinely hates him, and Bryson nudges. He like, and he fucks with his socks on, guaranteed.
Brooks fucking hates him. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it gets me is because Brooks is kind of a prick. Like he's really cocky about it. He's like he's multiple times been like, I only play professional golf just because I'm good at it. Like I don't really care about it. Like He's just one of those dickheads. So it's great. I don't like Bryson at all either, but it's great that he just fucking pokes the bear, and Brooks knows he can't really do anything about it, other than fucking play him.
What do you mean? Like, he can't do anything about what? Like, in terms of like a fight?
No, he can't do anything about it. What's he gonna just talk shit? I mean, it doesn't really work. He tried it, and everybody was like, "Shut up! Stop fucking being a pussy."
Yeah.
Like, okay. So that he can't. He literally, like, that's why I think his reaction this time was what it was, because he knew,
right.
like, whatever.
So
you know what I mean?
Mur, I'm gonna bring you up to speed. So this started around COVID. DeChambeau comes out of COVID all jacked. Koepka makes this long thing about like my daily diet is, and he just basically says it's a milkshake every other word, or a protein shake, which is what Bryson said he was eating the entire time. And then he threw in like something about steroids, and then there's been like a few subtle jabs back and forth. But after the second round, he's getting interviewed by PGA. This is here this past weekend. Getting interviewed by, I think it's Golf Channel, and they're asking him about reading the greens. He says, "Oh yeah, it's tough. I don't think anyone can read the greens because of the wind. It's just I haven't such a tough time out there, but I feel like." And then DeChambeau walks behind him, and Koepka. I wish I could show this to you. Maybe we should have showed you, but he's like, yeah, it's fuck. I just lost my concentration. I'm sorry. He's like, and then the guy, that's okay. He's like, can we start over? I just dealing with that bullshit. Fucking Christ. And then the reporter starts laughing and says, he says, this will be funny to play down the road. And he's like, to be honest, I don't care.
No, I think you missed the fact that as DeChambeau's walking behind him, he says it's easy if you started on the right line, because he's talking about putting.
I've heard
how his difficulties with putting.
I've heard that. I've heard that there was a theory where his metal cleats were clicking, and he was talking about how well he was playing. Like, oh, I hit the ball so well, and Koepka was like, oh, "Fucking guy."
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I already like this Koepka guy infinitely more because I know 1,000 douches like the other guy, and we had talked about him like 2 weeks ago. And so, yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
okay.
They're both douchebags. It's great.
More has transpired. I don't know who the charity is that's running the event. They're hosting it's going to be a PGA Tour / celebrity pro-am, like 2-person thing. Kind of like what they did with Phil Tiger, Peyton, and Brady. Do you recall that, Mur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Phil, Brady, DeChambeau, Aaron Rodgers. Koepka tweets Rodgers and says, "Sorry, bro." That's it. And then DeChambeau says something about living rent-free in your head. Fucking dickbag joke from like 4 years ago. So it's been interesting. It's been neat. That's all I'm saying. You should watch the interview. It is, he gives out the most like, fuck. I lost my concentration listening to that bullshit.
Well, no matter how douchey these guys are, I really do feel like with the absence of a supersonic star like Tiger Woods, that's the kind of bullshit they need to draw twats like myself back into the game. Like bad interviews. Fucking, dude, the WWF fucking style fucking just like preview interviews. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to crush the ball like 400 fucking yards with every goddamn drive I put out there.
Right.
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, actually.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, and then match those guys up.
Yeah. Well, if there's
like put those two guys in the tee box together.
If there's a publicist or some sort of like, I don't know who pairs these threesomes up for the first 2 rounds, but it would make sense at the next U.S. Open to put those two together. Now the professionals are not going to start fencing with their putters or start having home run derby with each other's groins with their drivers. But I mean, here's the thing: Koepka is a perfectionist. Well, they're all perfectionists. He's just an asshole. I'm out to win. I don't give a fuck who I fuck over to get there. Doesn't matter. This is who I am. Kiss my ass. DeChambeau, again, has sex with his socks on. missionary only, opens the door for other fellow pros when they're going into the clubhouse and says things like "ladies first," things like that. That's that guy. I get why they annoy the shit out of each other. And again, I don't think DeChambeau is annoyed by Koepka. I think he doesn't dislike anyone. Koepka just doesn't like douches. DeChambeau's like, all right, I'm going to play into this one.
Yeah,
but is it that he doesn't dislike anyone, or is it that he likes himself so much so he doesn't really care what anyone else, anybody else's emotions have? I genuinely think that type of guy, you have to listen to him. He's the type of dude who doesn't dislike people.
Yeah, he's like I don't know if you've seen recent people being compared to golden retrievers, like personality. He's a golden retriever. He's just fucking happy. He's like nobody could hate me, or I can't hate people. Yeah,
but nobody hates golden retrievers, and it sounds like this guy's got plenty of hate on his side.
Well,
fans hate golden. Like, I don't like golden retrievers. They're fine. They're fine dogs. I just don't like them. They're not my kind of dog. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever been around a golden retriever?
Yeah, they're fucking annoying. That's why I don't like them.
They have so much love to give, though. You can't hate them.
I don't need that much.
Well, if golden retrievers stopped having sex doggy style and put on crew length socks and started fucking missionary, then they would be a little less cute and so lovable in your world.
Only if they wear newsboy caps as well.
Right, newsboy caps. So
I don't know. There's a pretty profitable lane on Pornhub for something like that.
You got a good point. The DeChambeau channel.
It's DeChambeau porn.
That's right. Who keeps messaging? Whose beeper keeps beeping and beeping?
All the stars just wear Puma newsboy caps.
You're probably being spammed by 9/11 conspiracy theorists now.
Is it Beatrice Strange?
No, it's those. You're gonna have to read those. God damn, fucking makes my. Where are you? Where'd you here to fucking debate me? I'll find you. Don't cut me off on the road. All right. Murray, you're going to have to walk me through this one. All right. American men look back on classic hairstyles after 75% have foregone professional hair care due to the pandemic. So what that tells me initially from the title is that 75% of men, Jesus, where the hell is this? USA only? This is out of the States. I thought maybe it was over across the pond and our good friends in England. But no, 75% of men have stopped going to classic hair cutteries and things of that nature due to the pandemic, and they forgot what style is?
Well, the whole thing is they're starting to, you get a little stir crazy when you're indoors by yourself and you don't really have to show off to the general public. So you start doing some fancy dancy things to yourself, and you're like, hey, kind of dig that. Yeah. And then you get real stir crazy and you start shaving a mullet into your head, and you say, hey, I was always afraid to do this, but I think I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that seems to be where the hairstyles are going. And then you've got guys like Jason Momoa who just don't give a shit, so they do whatever they want. You've got real metrosexual dudes like Harry Styles, who just also has that same messy, I do what I want with whatever I want, and I'll fuck all you women. So yeah, guys are now discovering that that they don't need to go to a hairdresser, and that they really do enjoy the mullet. I haven't read through all of this. Top 3 hairstyles to bring back. Everybody wants to bring back, or 20% want to bring back the 1980s mullet. Let's see, 15% want the 1990s curtain bangs.
What's that?
That is a terrible look.
I don't recall that. Is that the Jonathan Taylor Thomas type thing?
Yeah. Yep, that's You kind of got the little part at the 3/4 mark, and it just kind of swoops over.
Yeah. If you're over 30, don't do it. That's my advice. But whatever.
And then 10%. I don't know what the 2010s undercut. What's the undercut? I feel like that's more recent, so I should know what that means. But I haven't had hair since the 2010s, so I don't remember.
Is that the opposite of the undercut, where it's like whoosh, kind of goes upwards? You got a front spiky?
No, mine's kind of like it, but I've elongated it, so it's not really anymore. But so basically, up to this hairline, you just go very, very short.
See,
so mine's a lot longer now. I asked him to do it longer, but yeah, it used to come up to this line like almost skin fade, basically.
I call that the Tony Miola. A lot of people don't remember that.
But that works too if you want to pull that reference for someone who might remember understand that. Like,
you don't remember USA's goalie in '94? God.
I mean, some people might. The right audience. I don't know if ours is it.
Let me tell you about
here's
this
the
movie.
Thing with hair.
God.
Here's the thing with hairstyles now. Like, okay, there used to be a time when I was growing up that if you had a tattoo that was visible in any way by the general public, you basically, you better be a rock star because you can't get a job now. You know, that was the deal. Now tattoos, nurses, doctors, your eye doctor might even have a face tattoo. It doesn't matter anymore. People don't care. So all of these, like, I don't know, flip book hairstyles that people are getting, why? Just do whatever, man. I still owe you, Wes, the Vanilla Ice side steps on the side of your head. You told me I could do it like 20 years ago, and this elephant never forgets, my friend. So what would happen? What would the repercussions be if you went to work with a couple of lines in your eyebrow and some side steps on the side of your head?
Zero. Nothing. No one would care. Man, you know what?
Yeah.
We could do that. I don't give a shit.
We should.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to do I need to grow? Do I need to get like a Rob Van Winkle, like a higher top and then keep the side short?
I think you should grow it out a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll do
Just
it.
so like we have more canvas to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll do this in anticipation of a midsummer buzz cut. So I'll rock that for a brief period of time. That way everyone can see the fruits of your labor, and then I'll buzz it all off.
Okay. Well, why buzz it off though? I think that's the point of this conversation.
I don't want to fucking rock around a Vanilla Ice haircut for more than a week. All right, that's why. It's my choice. It's my hair, my choice, my body.
I mean, I say
Vanilla
leave the hair. You have more to worry about if you fucking cut those lines in your eyebrow. It's going to take like a month or two.
I ain't doing that. I didn't say. I remember the conversation. I didn't say that. All right. I just said the side.
I specifically remember there being a Phil Mickelson double down, and I got some eyebrow lines.
Was this basement like beer?
Oh,
induced?
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You think this is a sober conversation?
Well, I was 18. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking then.
Tell it to the judge. Hey.
I'll take your word for it. That's fine though. Hey, man. So I need to tell you next time I'm where my mom's, and or I'm at my mother's, not our mom. We don't have the same mom, but whatever. Then we'll make it work.
All right. Deal. That wasn't very hard at all. I thought we were going to have a little struggle there, but no.
Whatever.
You heard it, Alan. He consented.
No. You kind of sold me. You kind of sold me on this whole idea of no one caring anymore. So it's okay.
We're definitely going to record it, so it doesn't matter. I'll be there.
Yeah, we've talked about needing alternative content rather than talking heads here for the middle classholes. All right, and then I got my nipples waxed on the show, and then this will be the next thing.
Well, my question about the mullet is, when I was a kid, and maybe it's because of the like MacGyver and all of everybody had like some form of the mullet. Shawn Michaels from the WWF had a mullet, basically. Wow. Okay, did Billy Ray Cyrus kill the mullet? Did he just like take it to hillbilly extreme, and that's what killed that hairstyle? Because I gotta say, man, going back and looking at some of these like sex symbols from the late '80s, early '90s, they all had the business up front and the party in the back. John Stamos had a mullet. Everybody had a mullet back then, and we all deemed them like the sexiest people alive as far as the magazines were concerned. So why wouldn't that make a comeback? Like, what is the hurdle that we haven't quite crossed yet?
Alan, do you want to handle this one?
Bring it all back. I mean, we progressed past it, and we're like, so like at the time, yeah, it was hip. People look good. That's like, I would argue that the women's hair of the same era was something to behold. You know what I mean? As was the mullet. So I think what you've got is just like, now we look back on that and we're like, all right. I mean, John Stamos in the 80s was a foxy guy. His hair really wasn't doing it for us now. You know what I mean? That was just a time period, and we'll never get back there. We might get back to the jeans and the fucking Reebok classics. You know what I mean? We actually have, but the hair, I think, is a forward trend. It's not going back.
But what if all that shit looks stupid without a mullet? Like if you have a starter jacket and a high and tight haircut, it's like something's missing here.
I mean, the mullet is kind of back, but it's for like the kids.
Yeah, or baseball
I know, because
players.
they're mocking their parents from a foregone era. But much like me and a lot of my everyday vernacular, my mockery then became like part of my everyday. So like when I say word to everything in agreement, it's because I was making fun of those like juvenile white kids who were trying to act like urban black kids in a very rural Cecil County town. So I always, word to your mother, just like Vanilla Ice. And then 30 years later, I still say it in a non-ironic way.
Yeah, I say word all the time. But word's a flexible word. So
yeah,
is what it is.
It's like a hot minute.
Yeah, it's like exactly like a hot minute.
Yeah, see?
It's a sliding scale. You could just say word, and it's a whole sentence.
Word?
We could have a whole conversation. Word? Word.
Word. Word.
Yeah. See?
And if you... Word up.
It was like confirmation? Yeah, confirmation. Oh, damn. Like, that's what you just heard, but it was just word.
Hey, mullets ain't coming back, right?
Not like full force, nah.
I thought you were going to say word.
Honestly, Wes, you got the head and the hair for a good white boy mullet.
Oof, God. I also have a person that I'm trying to maintain a relationship with. So, don't know how that's going to fly.
Mullet, actually. Kelly was like, once I get older and like we get retired, she was like, you can rock a mullet and I'll be fine with it. I was like, okay.
See?
Remember that.
Middle class holes in 30 years from now. We'll be all right. Alan will do it. You don't need me.
I've had some ridiculous ass hairstyles. Let me stop playing around though. Like I've done some crazy shit in my 20s, even when it wasn't necessary.
Sometimes involuntarily.
So a lot, like once or twice, as a matter of fact. Just straight Hulk Hogan.
Actually,
straight fucking bald on the top and just had the around. Thanks, fraternity brothers.
Alan got a little too hot and heavy with the drink that we called beaver piss. Around the 5 o'clock hour, and then
no, I think it was just Jaeger.
Oh yeah, then decided to just take a little cat nap in the middle of a party. Like, hey, he's asleep. Let's get him.
See you guys.
Yep, 2 times. One of them's documented.
It's documented. There's photos.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah. The other thing
I'm sure we can find them pretty easily.
Yeah. The other thing I got written on a few times. Well, I got written on a lot of times. I don't know. I got fruit cupped once, which was pretty disgusting. They didn't have any flour around, so they just grabbed a fruit cup and opened it up and threw that at me. I woke up because the sugary, glucosey kind of syrup started dribbling in my mouth. I was like,
Yeah, and for the uninitiated, Wes was notorious for antiquing people, and for those of you that don't know what antiquing is, that's where you go with around the house with a bag of flour. Eventually, it wasn't just reserved for those who passed out; it was just reserved for those who weren't looking in the moment. And Wes would throw a giant fistful of flour in your face, and then just cackle in laughter because you were just antique. You just got dusted, bitch.
I remember Dewey came up and visited once. I want to say it was a homecoming, and it was a full-blown rager going on, and he ended up passing out on someone's recliner in their bedroom, and we antiqued him and he didn't move. It was full, like right into his face, and he's like, and then about an hour later we were like, hey buddy, we're going to Sheets, you want to get up? You want to get food? Yeah, man, we're going right now. Oh, yeah, I'm in. And then didn't shake his hair off or anything. And walked into Sheets. But everyone gets giving him double takes. And he walks up to get I think he was walking up to get an iced tea. Said he saw the reflection of himself. What? What the hell? You son of a bitch. Sorry.
Good times.
I did. I couldn't find flour in the house, so I decided to antique a particular fraternity brother with Hershey's cocoa powder. It doesn't pack quite as well that flour does, but it's, if you get enough in there, get like 7 to 8 tablespoons and kind of really ball it up nice and good. It'll work. It'll do its diligence. Well, don't you
That'll
call
get
that.
you canceled.
Better.
I think that'll get you canceled in this day and age.
From what?
Brown facing them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was brown anyway, so
Oh, shit. Well, there you go. Good to go.
didn't matter.
Shit,
All right.
I could only get a handful of people now.
Yeah. Wake up. This is another story out of the same goddamn SWNS Digital. It's United States. So, research reveals well-done steak is a deal breaker for many Americans. Is well-done steak on a first date a deal breaker? ? Sure is, says half Americans, and I'm one of those half. In a recent survey of 2,000 respondents, 53% complained they wouldn't date someone who liked their steak prepared in a different way than they did. Well, that's kind of misleading, a different way than I did, because I'm a medium rare guy, but if someone got medium, I wouldn't raise an eyebrow. If they said medium well, I would be like, yeah, okay. Well done? Nope, not happening. Get the hell out of my life. Don't care how good it is. That goes for people that goes double for people out of the Northeast. 59% of whom judge everyone for their choices, steak choices, not just what's it, paternal romantic partners. That's interesting. Friends, family members, etc., etc. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, people they're most likely to say 62%. They'll eat whatever they put in front of them, regardless of how it's cooked. I don't know about my experience having family in Iowa and visiting out there a lot. They're pretty particular, but regardless, hey, is well done steak a deal breaker? Murr, you eat your steak well done, and you've been a friend of mine for a long time, and on this show. So obviously,
Keep saying this,
but we don't have a romantic relationship. So,
by the way, I didn't send this story particularly for the show. I sent this to give you a good little snicker and a giggle, and I guess your snicker and giggle is bringing it up on the show. So fine, fuck you. One, I don't eat my steak currently well done. At one time I did, but we take on a lot of traits from our parents when we're younger, and so when my dad ordered us food, and if the steak was on sale at a restaurant, like it was half off steak night, he would just order the steaks for us, and then we'd all just get them well done because that's how he eats his steak, because he's a masochist. But I do get my steak medium, and the reason I get medium is because I'm okay with medium rare, and I'm also okay with medium well. Okay. So if I get it medium and they fuck it up to the left or to the right, I'm still a satisfied customer, and I'm not pissed off walking out of there. Now, my wife does eat steak well done. Now, she's from a foreign land, and when she came to this country, the people that brought her here got her a steak, and they got it for her rare, and she never had a steak that bled when she cut into it before. And she said she basically vomited onto her plate after taking the first bite, and she never could eat steak with any kind of like red blood coming out of it ever again. So just to be safe, she goes well done. Not because she particularly likes it well done, because she's got a phobia of the blood in the meat.
That's how meat's made, though. Is blood.
I
don't know if you ran that by her. Just let her know that I brought that up.
But if you got chicken medium, you're gonna have a bad night.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she just kind of, in her own weird foreign logic, she just kind of like pulls that thread all the way through. Well, if bloody chicken makes you sick, then bloody beef must make you sick. So we don't want any blood in any of our meat. So she just gets it cooked super well done. I just want to know, for you, Wes, what the fuck's your problem? What's your issue, man? Why you care? Why you care what other people put in their mouth? What's it bother you for? You ain't eating it. It ain't your taste buds getting tickled. So what do you care?
Well, if I'm going to choose to be in a relationship with someone, mainly romantic, I want to have like things. And I think that I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's. I just said it was a deal breaker. I don't know. I think someone that's like, nope, red meat, well done. To me, that's just like a very uninformed decision, especially here in America. I'm not saying that your wife was uninformed. That's just that's it.
Way to backtrack.
Son of a bitch. Tighten up my headset that way it don't fall off. I don't know.
Good.
What's the problem, man? Why the hell do you have to burn a very, very well-graded piece of meat to its? Why do you have to make it a fucking sandal in order to eat it? Why? That makes no sense. Medium well. Nothing.
You're assuming that the flavor is somehow like ruined for the person who's ordered it. Obviously, the person who's ordered it enjoys whatever flavoring and texture that comes with the well done factor of the steak.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Then there needs to be some sort of intervention crew at each and every restaurant. When someone orders that and you say, how much did you pay for that? Oh, that's a filet mignon, $28. Listen, save yourself $8 to $10. Order something else. You're going to ruin this piece of meat. Save that for someone else who enjoys it the way it should be cooked. Oh, yeah? Yeah. How about tuna? What are you going to cook the tuna? Well done. Don't get tuna. All right, we're going to move on. How about pasta? I like pasta. All right, eat the pasta. There you go. Voila. I mean, I think it would make for a much more enjoyable dining experience.
Hey, Alan, can you explain to Wes what kind of pretentious prick he is for me?
I mean, I think he knows it. That's why he's giggling. But yeah, I mean, so Murr, it's crazy, but we have basically the identical view here. I also eat mine fucking medium because if it goes one way or the other, I'm perfectly fine with that. And fucking, I don't care what anybody else does to their steak because it's not going into my mouth hole. So,
here,
Wes, get off your fucking high horse.
I said, first of all, you guys think I'm judging you. I blatantly said medium is totally fine. I said medium, well, you're kind of getting close to the stratosphere, but I can put up with it. Well done, fuck you.
Okay, I ordered a well-done steak in front of you, so I do have personal stake in this because I remember ordering the steak in front of you and be like, really? You're going to eat well done? He's going to get a hockey puck, everybody. Hey, look at the hockey puck guy. Hey, look, it's Claude Lemieux eating steak over here. Har, 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 har.
And this is back
when I get mine.
This is back when I was working for the Barlin Brothers and Bailey Circus, being a rodeo clown or something like that. This is back when I talked like that. Interesting.
Yeah, and you took it upon yourself to heckle somebody for a food that they were going to genuinely enjoy. Okay, what's your feeling on steak sauce, Wesley?
I did that.
Yeah, you did that, and you've bragged about doing that recently.
Where?
I don't remember where we were when we ate at this restaurant. You obviously have a good recollection of it because you've mocked me about it for like 20 years.
The only reason I've mocked you
like
about
your steak. Well, actually, wait a minute. Hold
Dewey
on.
told me.
I can remember.
Dewey told me.
I
didn't eat steak with you. Dewey told me.
Okay. Bullshit. Because I can remember in a conversation that had nothing to do with steak, you going, Murr likes his steak well done. Like as if that was going to derail whatever argument I was making, that any point that I could make was moot because I ate a well-done steak at one time.
You're bringing up these...
Laughing because...
No, I'm trying to pinpoint when these conversations took place, and it's like, yeah, you did that when? So many years ago. What restaurant? I don't remember. Now, I'm not saying you need to know the restaurant in order for that conversation to have or not have took place. It seems weird to me now that all right, my memory of this is, to be honest with you, Dewey told me when I was working at the grist mill, and this is like 2006, 2007. It's like, Murr eat steak well done, because I was complaining to him about someone who ordered well done steak, and I said it's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes, and they want to butterfly it, and they're like, I don't want a butterflied fillet. That's fucking disgusting. It's like, all right, well, what would you like? I'll do the tuna. It's like, how would you like that cooked? And she looked at me and said, well done. I was like, God, you might as well eat the crock off the cook's foot. And then I told Dewey about this, and Dewey said, Murr likes the steak well done. I was like, really? That's my recollection, all right? Now, you're telling me that something happened maybe either years before that or after, and I was some like Joe Piscopo at the fucking table, like muttering around.
I don't remember any of the details of the story except for you mocking me about eating well done steak.
Well, I'm really sorry. Can I apologize to you?
No, you're not. You're a fucking liar.
You don't accept my apology.
Nope.
You shouldn't. I agree.
Thank you.
Well, we eat your steak medium now, so it worked out. Worked out for everybody.
Yeah, it worked out. So for Wesley's mind. Our taste is okay. Our taste is acceptable, Alan.
I didn't hear the answer to steak sauce.
Yeah.
Like A1?
Yeah.
On a burger, delicious.
Okay.
On a steak?
With some onion straws?
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's a great burger. Makes for a great burger.
So no on steak, though?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless it's low grade. Low grade steak, some sort of chuck that you got at home that you pan fried, that's fine. That's fine. You're going out, you're getting yourself a nice porterhouse, ribeye, New York strip, filet mignon. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if it tastes like shit? What if they don't even season it? Because I've told this story. I've gone to...
Okay, hold on. Can I interject?
Yeah.
If the chef didn't season it right, then by all means, sure. Or that you're talking about one-offs.
Well, I'm just saying, I went to a high-end... Somebody took me to a high-end steak restaurant where each steak was like $60 minimum. And they didn't do a goddamn thing to the steak except for throw it onto a fucking cast iron fucking griddle until it was like cooked and then put it on a plate. And then I took the first bite and I was like, "Do you have any steak sauce?" And then they looked at me with that mocking side eye like, "Really? You're going to put steak sauce on our steaks?" It's like, "Yeah, because you didn't put a goddamn thing on it except for heat."
Yeah, that's you need it's got to be cooked at room temperature, and it needs a fair amount of salt and a little bit less pepper than what you consider a fair amount. That's a minimum. You want all the other steak seasoning in Montreal, but it's got to be cooked at room temp. That's what a lot of people, they pull that shit right out of the fridge, puts that fucker right on some heat, kills that skin, man. Fucks it up. Room temp. You heard it here first. And then if you really want to get silly, baste it in a lot of butter. That helps things out too.
Well, yeah. Baste everything in a lot of butter. It helps shit out.
Actually, you guys ever heard of Peter Luger's?
Yes.
Is that Lex's brother?
Yep.
It is, yeah, you're right. It was Lex Luger's manager. He used to do the torture sack. Anyway, no. Peter Luger's is a steak joint in Brooklyn, just over the Williamsburg Bridge, just over, like I said, the Williamsburg Bridge in Manhattan. It's a world famous steak joint that the decor has not changed since the 70s. Nothing's changed. Actually, kind of has a little stink to it, but Calvert got his reservations and was like, "Hey, listen, man, if you don't show up, I'm going to get blackballed and we might not be friends." I was like, "All right, I'll be there. Don't worry." So we show up. They basically tell you to put your menu down. They're like, "No, you're eating porterhouse. That's it. I don't care what you're eyeballing." Like, "Well, this says steak for 2. There's 9 for us." I'm like, "You want steak for 9? We'll make steak for 9. Doesn't matter." Okay, all right. You bring out food, and literally they bring out serving dishes, and we have another serving dish that hasn't been used. And they turn it upside down, so the steak is angled, so the juices are accumulating at one end.
Oh yeah,
and it's cut into serving sizes, and it's medium rare. And the guy goes, "All right, look, medium rare. You like medium rare? You take it off, you cut it up. You want it a little bit singed," and he puts it on the side of the plate that's piping hot and goes, "Tss. There's medium. All right, don't touch the plate. Enjoy." Oh my God, it was phenomenal, unbelievable. Peter Luger's. Try it once. It's a rite of passage.
That sounds amazing.
And it's all porterhouse, which is some people say they don't know the difference. Some people do. I'm a New York strip guy. Porterhouses are delicious too, especially done in the manner that they were. They're dry aged.
A porterhouse is a New York strip and a ribeye. It's all part of the same. That's how they get the two cuts off.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So it's one thing that I really like and another thing that I kind of like. Dry aged. Under the tentful eye of some guy named Vito, whose only job is to look at meat all day. Hung up. And slap it. It's good to go. Get it out of here. Vinny, take it to the board. Slapping meats.
Slapping meats.
All right. Before we get into our first break, Murr, you posted this on the official Middle Classholes page on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. This woman jumps into a spider monkey pit. I think she probably watched Brian Fellows and wanted to figure some things out. She wanted to figure some things out. Over the weekend in Texas, a woman hopped over the barrier at the El Paso Zoo to enter the facility's spider monkey enclosure. When does this end well for people? Jumping into monkey pits. You know, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, but they're spider monkeys.
Yeah. They're spider monkeys, and
they're not they're not chimpanzees. Like, they're not going to rip your thumbs off, take your testicles, and slap you in the face with them or anything. Mm-hmm. Like, they might dislocate a thumb, but they're not like the most vicious of the monkeys, and they're not like exactly. You don't want to fight one, but you probably aren't going to die. I mean, the gang of them might take you out, but like one or two, you're all right.
Well,
just saying, as far as monkey pits go, this is the safest of them all.
All right.
I don't know that that's true.
Neither do I.
Yeah, no, I think they could still rip thumbs off. Like, I don't think they could rip arms off like chimps. But yeah, I think they could absolutely rip thumbs clean off of hands. So they're probably still problematic. And because they're smaller, I think they tend to move in packs, which is bad. And I think most animals moving in packs is usually a bad sign.
And maybe your thumb might your thumb's going to take two or three pulls, but that dick, that's coming off in one fell pump.
Oh yeah, that's just fucking boom. Yeah, and they're smaller and dick height.
That's a banana point.
Probably more convenient.
That's a banana, you know, with a lot
and
of vitamin D.
What zoo is this?
El Paso.
What zoo is this?
El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, and it turns out, check this out. Hold on, I quote, she entered the enclosure and fed Hot Cheetos to the monkey, and then the monkey was turned off because it was well done. It was a well done Hot Cheeto.
All right, you ruined it.
Fuck you! I didn't ruin nothing.
It's over.
All right. Video footage shared on Instagram. I read later on that, and this is from the initial groundbreaking news that you had sent us, that the woman was a lawyer and has since got fired. Did you guys hear that on a follow up?
Oh no, I did not.
No, but I have a feeling jumping into monkey enclosures with bags of Hot Cheetos probably aren't the most professional moves that one could pull for their career. So, I mean, unless you're like, you know, Better Call Saul kind of lawyer, like, you know, I jumped into a spider monkey pit with a bag of Hot Cheetos, and I'm here today, free and clear, out of jail, and I can do the same for you. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sell.
Sounds like a Barry Glazer.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Barry Glazer case.
Sinus and Kurtz.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just bad. This is a bad move. Don't get in monkey pits, people. That's, I think, the moral of it. Any kind of monkey,
right?
Any kind of ape or primate. Yeah, no good.
I thought you guys would be a little more excited about this, only because the only reason you know that she jumped into that pit to give those monkeys Hot Cheetos was to see the reaction at the million Scoville units that they got on their tongue that they've never experienced before. And to watch a monkey freak out from a banana-shaped treat that burns the piss out of its tongue, I mean, that's worth it right there. That's worth the price of admission to fuck with a monkey. There's nothing more fun than fucking with monkeys.
You say that until you get a thumb ripped off.
But I'm not the one with the thumb in question here. She is. So I'm grateful for her efforts. It's just like I wouldn't go diving into some fucking cave in Afghanistan, but I praise the man who rolls the grenades through the catacombs. God bless you, sir.
Well,
God bless you.
According to zookeepers at the El Paso Zoo, Libby and Sunday, they said that the monkeys have a specialized diet, so being fed human food could cause stomach problems and bowel disruptions for the spider monkeys that ate them.
Oh, really? Because living outside of the wild is probably really good for them as well. Not living in the jungles of their natural home. That's real healthy for them, too. I just love the fact that when it comes out the other side, there's going to be flaming hot monkey poop ready to be weaponized and thrown at zookeepers. And I get a lot of joy and satisfaction from that fucking imaginary scenario that's going on inside my head.
Is it
like that dinosaur that fucking spit in Newman's eyes in Jurassic Park?
Am I making this up that monkeys will throw dung at each other?
Yeah.
They will.
No, you're not making it up.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, so maybe this is the trick. We get lava-like poo. They grab it, they burn, they incinerate their hands, but also then, burn a hole through would-be rival monkeys that try to attack them.
I don't think they burn a hole through their hand. That's you gotta get a exposed surface like the eyes, the mouth, or the nose. That's where the capsaicin really takes its full pleasure in wreaking havoc.
Mucous membranes
is
what you're shooting for.
If the monkey's going to pick up this hot flaming poo, it's going to burn its hand. What do you think? Its hand's impervious to lava poop?
What do you think flaming hot Cheetos do?
I don't know. They cause fucking wahoo Americans to jump over pits and feed them to monkeys, I guess. I don't know.
No, but they don't turn your shit into, like, fiery lava. There's not magma pouring out of your anus.
That's what you just said.
No, have you ever... Okay, again, I did a hot sauce challenge once, and the next day was very, very, very difficult. Your asshole
gotcha.
burns from the chemicals... in the capsaicin, like like the peppers in the product.
I need to dial back my my fantasy here of what I interpreted what you were saying. You're actually just talking about monkey suffering.
No. Yes. No. No. They're gonna have a little bit of irritation when they shit it out. But I just want to get through the fantasy that you have,
right? Of
the shit when it hits their hand, ignites their monkey paw in the flames. Yeah. That's not what's occurring.
Well, I have to dial back the tape, but I thought you said flaming hot monkey poop.
Yes, a play on words of the flaming hot Cheetos.
Got it. So again, he was just talking about monkey torture.
I'm okay with the monkey torture.
There it is. Okay, that's all I wanted to hear you say.
Yeah, I'm not terribly concerned about that. I mean, they're not in any danger. I'm not actually dreaming of letting them on fire. I'm just excited about the fact that their poop will now be, almost like toxic. Gotcha. In a way. Not necessarily to the monkey, but to the person receiving the poo flung from, the 10, 20 yards.
So you're saying, first of all, yes or no, Libby and Sunday are full of shit with this being disruptive of bowels, stomach problems, etc., etc.
Oh, they are now because they've eaten a whole bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
Okay. And then they also say, in addition, the woman who jumps in there put the animals at risk for contracting COVID-19 by endangering them.
Oh, fuck off. I got two fists for you, and they're both making the same motion. It's trumped up charges. These are trumped up charges because they want to nail her to the wall for jumping in that monkey enclosure. We all know what she did. She jumped into a monkey enclosure because it's funny to give foreign foods to foreign animals.
Mm-hmm. She should never.
You're trying to wind me up. Mm-hmm. I know what you're doing.
She should never be allowed at a zoo again.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Because you jumped into a monkey enclosure. That's why.
I guess we all make dumb decisions, and should we pay for them for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, by not going to a zoo for the rest of your life, I think you get off pretty scot-free there. You have your thumbs intact.
Okay. Let me ask you this. First, I'll ask Alan, though. Alan, Where were the zookeepers when this lady made her way into the monkey cage?
I will answer your question with a question.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a zoo where you could have legitimately been stopped by a zookeeper from entering any fucking animal area?
No, you're
No,
right.
it's fine. The answer is no. I know. You didn't have to think about it.
But she did have enough. But I do feel as though after I made my way into the enclosure, I would have less than 3 to 5 minutes with the animals before someone was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Let alone have enough time to come in and get some flaming hot Cheetos out of my fanny pack to start then. Come here, monkey. Hey, monkey, you want a treat? Give me monkey. Ooh, you like that one? How about another one? She had time to feed them a fucking bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
Was it a whole bag?
I'm assuming
we know that it was a whole bag, or was it like a couple of Cheetos? Also, do we know how long it took for people to respond?
The details aren't in here.
You're hypothesizing a lot. Also, what do you do? What does a zookeeper do? It's not like they're the fucking police. What are they going to tranquilize me? Like,
yes.
I don't think that's allowed.
I think they should have tranquilizer darts on their hips at all times, and they should be ready to take down a monkey.
Kill the monkey, or to take down the monkey, not the human. So what is the zookeeper going to do to the human coming over?
Hit them with the same dart. We're all primates. It'll all affect us the same. Probably affect us more than the monkey.
Put this on the list for ask a friend or ask a lawyer or whatever. Asking for a friend, whatever the fuck we call our bit. Because I want to know the legalities behind zookeepers tranquilizing humans if they breach cages.
I think I know when you hit a prime. The reason, remember Harambe, that giant silverback, they talked about doing it. And they were saying that he would get volatile, or they suspected that he would get volatile if they hit him with a tranq gun. And so they had to kill him. So I think that same applies to any primate. With that, like they're not going to, once they get hit, they have a brief period where they could act irrational. They could just walk away. They don't know. Then if you hit a human, Christ, if they pop her and she fucking goes in the water for a little bit, or bonks her head, drowns for a little bit, then gets revived. I'm pressing charges. You shocked me.
I just don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, don't jump into fucking monkey enclosures.
Unless it's in the fucking fine print of your entry ticket that, like, if I enter the elephant enclosure, you can trank me and fucking drag me out. Like, I don't know. I think that's problematic. I think it's like the same thing as Walmart security. Like, they're like, I'm watching you take this 60-inch TV, but I can't actually do anything because I'm not police. Like, I think that's kind of the situation there. So you're fucked either way.
Well, if they're going to hit her with all these trumped up charges that she's killing the monkeys because she's giving them Cheetos, then I think they have every right to nuke her with a fucking tranq dart because she's acting like an asshole. She's the one that jumped in the enclosure, so she's up for any risk that's taken by anyone else beyond that to save the monkeys. We got to save the monkeys from the flaming hot Cheetos. So hit her. Hit her with fucking 100 cc's of fucking, NyQuil and a dart.
Fucking dart in your neck. I will say that they did not say that it was killing the monkeys. They just said cause stomach problems and bowel disruptions.
It could have made them have upset tum-tums.
Yeah.
That's flaming hot Cheetos. Have you ever had flaming hot Cheetos? Like, they are designed by the Frito-Lay Corporation to give you bowel obstructions and make your tummy rumble a little bit.
Okay.
But the whole fun of it is what you're doing, putting it on your tongue and going, I can't have another one.
This is kind of totally unrelated, but did you know that they make hot Funyuns? And they're fucking incredible.
The fuck? Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
Because, hold on. All right, we're getting away from monkey enclosure feeding extravaganza. We're going to move into this because I got something brought to my attention about a new chip that came out that I don't know about, that involves one of my favorite chips of all time. But you're saying that they came out with hot Funyuns or steaming hot Funyuns.
No, not like fucking warm Funyuns. If that's where you look, let me
I
pause.
mean, like,
You just had you had a brief moment where you weren't rooted in reality, and you thought Murr was talking about actual molten lava poop, and you couldn't fucking wrap your head around. I lost it over here because of it. I couldn't even contain myself for like a whole 2 minutes. Fucking, I was silent because you couldn't get it through that big thick skull of yours.
And this is the guy who has a pantry filled with hot sauces and does not apparently understand how they work.
So yeah, just to make sure we're on the right track and you're still rooted in reality, they're not warm Funyuns temperature-wise. They're flaming hot. They're flaming hot Funyuns.
Okay. All right.
You mean they're on fire?
They're not spicy battered onion rings. I'm talking about your classic Funyun turned spicy. Hold on, give me the share real quick.
I wish this conversation hadn't been recorded. I'm never gonna live this down.
Well, you took it down this lane, friend.
Fair enough. And you enjoy monkey torture, right? You said that.
Boom, flaming hot Funyuns,
man.
And they're like crack cocaine. Go find them at your nearest store, which, to tell you the truth, I don't even know where Kelly found them because I haven't even found them. But try to order them off Amazon, whatever you got to do. They're fucking delicious.
Well, Yanko told me the other day hers has combined barbecue with salt and vinegar. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah.
And her salt and vinegar is delicious.
Hell yeah, it is. All of them are. All of them. Across the board.
Yeah, I'm not a big Utz salt and vinegar. I like hers.
That's fine.
Well, if you have not experienced them yet, the sweet chili Doritos might be the best chip on the market currently. Purple bag.
Yeah,
they got it just they got a little pinch. They got a little pinch of tongue tingle in them. Not a lot. Nothing to write home about or anything like that. But that sweet, delicious chili. Well, it's
Doritos.
I didn't think I could like a chip better than a regular nacho cheese Dorito until I got the sweet chili Dorito.
I can't do it. I'm not with you there. It's just Doritos in general. I think when I was a child, I ate too many. Like every lunch that I had at school was a Cool Ranch or fucking nacho cheese Dorito. So like, legitimately, if you just you said the word Dorito and I smelled Cool Ranch, and I was like, ugh, fuck. Like, yeah. So I don't really do Doritos anymore.
Doritos have MSG.
Are delicious.
The Doritos have MSG in them. I don't fuck with them for that reason.
Oh no, fuck that. That means I might actually eat them. No wonder they're delicious.
Murr knows I'm fucking hurt. I don't fuck with nothing that has MSG in it. That's
yes, the fuck you do.
That's people.
You mean salt?
Monosodium glutamate. That's one of my big retractors about people say like, you don't know what's in that vaccine. All right, why don't you flip over your fucking Doritos bag that you've been hounding on for the last 20 years? Tell me what those things are. Do you know what xanthan gum is? Do you know what monosodium glutamate is? No. With your Homer Simpson-esque fucking chunks.
Like a warm, creamy chutney. Get ready for another spoonful of the middle class holes.
Thanks, Zoom.
Thanks,
Didn't ask my permission.
It didn't.
About it.
We didn't ask for your permission because you are back with the middle class holes. Foxman, Alan, Murr, in another exciting edition as we wrap up May here in 2021. Murr, you worked in radio for a long time. How's that? C plus?
Yeah. I'll say C plus. No, we had a guy. God, we call it puking, by the way, because the sound of your voice makes other people want to puke. Yeah. So if I was doing it, it would be like, "Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Middle Class Holes. Here you are with Foxman, Alan, and Murr. All right, Wes, what's our next topic for the day right now?" So it's almost one of those things where you start speeding up and slowing down every so often with that shitty, cheesy fucking voice, and that's what you call puking.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're like,
no, it makes your ears make you want to voluntarily vomit
want to barf.
spontaneously.
Fair enough. Well, welcome back to the Middle Classholes, Fox man. Hanging out. Just hanging out. Some dudes hanging out, living a middle class lifestyle with an asshole twist, as I was told to me by my co-host as to how we're supposed to portray this podcast. But okay, so we came across an interesting topic that has to do with the bro code. Murr, if you would be so kind, read what this gentleman wrote on. It was a beverage napkin.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy had a one-night stand. I'll just read the story. So a woman's one-night stand found out that she had a boyfriend and left him a note, but he left it under her toilet seat. So the toilet seat that stays down when a woman takes a piss, that the man is supposed to raise so he doesn't piss all over the seat. He left it under that lip right there so she would never see it. But when the boyfriend finally came home to take a piss, he would see it. So some guy on Twitter recently found out that his girlfriend was cheating on him after the dude she cheated with told him in the most brilliant way ever. The woman didn't tell the guy she had a boyfriend until the next morning. So before he left her place, he left a note for the boyfriend in the one spot that she'd never check. He taped it to the bottom of her toilet seat so only the boyfriend who lifted up the seat would see it. His note explained the situation and how she didn't tell him she had a boyfriend up front. He wrote, "Sorry to tell you this, but I want you to know if I..." Hold on, let me reread this because they didn't write it very well. Sorry to tell you like this, but I want you to know if I was you. Anyway, and from the bottom of his heart, he wrote, "Sorry, bro." But anyway, the point is that, he told the boyfriend. He told the boyfriend that, sorry, I banged your chick, but she let me because she didn't tell me about you. So what is your immediate reaction to that? That's kind of what I wanted to get, because I've heard people go both ways on this. Like, dude, you keep your mouth shut. What the fuck's wrong with you? And I've also heard like, no, that's a cool move on that guy's part. Like, it sucks that that guy had to find out that somebody banged his girlfriend, but at least he knows now.
Whew. I think listen, there's no bro code. Anyone that sits here and says, "Oh yeah, bro code," all right, define. Give me the 10 Commandments. Give me the definition. Give me the what do you call it? The chapter statement of the bro code. No one can define that. It's an unwritten rule. It's not even an unwritten rule. It's unwritten rules as defined by the person how they perceive them, in my opinion. Okay, in this situation, man, that's a toughie. That's a tough one. I think I could get both sides. I think I can get the sides of people who say like, I get the fuck out of that. I get the fuck out of Dodge. Don't want to be involved. Don't want to be around. AKA psycho woman, and then perceivably psycho dude who's going to come and find me. Got to get the hell out of Dodge. 2, I think it also, you may, if you're a good Samaritan, if you're the Bryson DeChambeau of this scenario, you want to tell those people, he's shaking your head out. Yeah, man, I want this guy to know. I want this guy to know that he is in knee deep with a piece of shit. And I don't, I want my fellow man to know that. Is there any real right or wrong answer? Is that what you're asking us? What's the best answer?
I'm asking your take. Like, if you were propelled and, body swapped into that situation, would you have done the same thing, or would you just...
No, I mean, I wouldn't have taken the time to written that stuff, tape it to the bottom of the toilet, gotten out of there, and then in hopes that he found it. No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have left, maybe mulled it over, talked to a few buddies, said, what should I do? Should I drop a note? Drop a line, get up in his DMs. I would have done that. Not done it in the way that he did it. I'm not saying what he did is wrong. I think I just would have been a little too panicked to been so cunning, to been so Robin Hood-esque of him.
He stole from the rich and gave to the poor. What do you do?
Stole from a man's.
You could make the argument that the guy with the girlfriend is pussy rich. I mean, we know he's not. And then
not anymore.
My boy stole from him, and gave it to the pussy poor. I I would have not had the wherewithal to fuck it. And where'd he get tape? Like, did he go rooting around in
That's a good point.
like kitchen drawers? He's like, oh, I know there's a junk drawer around here. Where's that at?
All right. Well, hey, real quick, Alan, I found the Twitter page, and here's the actual picture of the actual note. It says, this chick, intelligible, told me she has a boyfriend the morning after, double underline. Sorry to tell you like this, but I'd want to know if I was you. Sorry, bro. That's what he said.
Sorry,
that was his note. Yeah.
Sorry, bruh. I mean, the fucking the shit stirrer in me, had I had conceived the idea, which I wouldn't have, would definitely do something like this, because I'd be like, ha, I'm burning this bitch to the ground. I'm not coming back. Nobody. I've got no involvement here. Like, I was leaving and never seeing anyone here again anyway. Let's just see what happens. But again, like I said, I would never even conceive of such a thing. I would just fucking go. I would take a piss and sneak out.
Well,
whatever the situation was.
See, I met a guy who had a one night stand, who in the morning was informed by the woman that he had slept with that she was the bachelorette from a bachelorette party.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, you just get out.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's dicey.
Man, see, okay. Man, I've got a similar story for you based in that, but my interpretation of the bro code is really fucking stupid, but it's basically the golden rule. Like, do unto other bros as you would want those bros to do unto you. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't want another dude to like skis up on your girl, all that. And then if she does, it's like, damn, man, like your scenario, I had a similar, not situation happen to me or anything, but I was with an ex hanging out with one of her friends. And then she told me this story. I was hanging out with her friend and her fiance. And apparently her friend had nailed her ex-boyfriend at her bachelorette party. And I was sitting there and I was just like, well, I'm going to tell him. It's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am. Why would you do that? You're going to ruin their marriage. I was like, she already did. And so in a way, I was kind of looking at this situation like, no, like, you're going to let him go through with this wedding. He's eventually going to find out. The marriage is going to fall apart after all sorts of finances are connected to each other, or he can find out now and decide whether they want to work it out and move forward. Obviously, I never said anything to the guy because I was punched in the shoulder like 1,000 times and you shut your fucking mouth. And I was like, all right, we got to go. And we left. And I'm sure their marriage has fallen apart since. But as far as this specific instance is concerned, I feel like in this era, can you have a one-night stand and it be completely anonymous? Or because of social media, like, if you really had a crazy bitch, like, want to ruin your life because you had some fun after a night at the bar, like, couldn't she do that? Couldn't she just make up lies about you, like, as soon as you left? But if you leave this note and homeboy finds it and she starts making up stories, to be like, then why the fuck did he leave this note taped under the toilet seat? You're a fucking whore.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to say, I don't blame this guy for doing what he did in terms of bro code. No, and I get it. I can certainly see someone with a moral backbone in that situation to say, like, and then if the shoe was on the other foot with a woman, that's fine. Hey, look, I one night stand. I live here, or I'm with a girlfriend, and she writes a note, and I don't know how. I don't know how that would work with the toilet seat. You might have to do it somewhere else, but neither here nor there. But I'm not saying I blame these people. I think in my own personal aura, I'd be too freaked out to want to go through the hoops of leaving such a message. I'd want to be like, oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want some? Yeah. All right. Oh, I'll be back. I got a coffee maker. No, I prefer Dunkin' Donuts. Poof. Fuck out of Dodge. Go.
And she'd know you're lying because nobody prefers Dunkin' Donuts.
Unless it's ice cold brew. Cold brew is pretty good, I guess. But I don't know, fucking bro code, man. Actually, I almost got wrapped up in a weird bro code. This is so bad. It's not even that bad. Alan, you may remember this. Sarah, hold on. I was at home. Sarah wasn't at home. Her friend, who happens to be a man, who all right, bro code.
Word.
Yeah, word. Yeah. Was a bartender and says, "Hey, I saw Wes at this bar." And she's like, "Wait a minute, what are you?"
You did tell me this.
What are you talking about? And she's like, "No, Wes is here with another woman, and aren't they working together? He's in a shirt and tie, and she's in a dress thing. They came after a work function." And Sarah was like, "I don't think Wes has ever been to a bar in Elkridge in his life. I don't think he's ever stepped foot in the town of Elkridge." And she's like, "Are you at a bar in Elkridge?" It's like, "No, I'm baking chicken thighs in my oven right now." And then, yeah, I guess he was like, "No, bro code. I fucked up. And I had talked to him since then. I was like, did some strikingly handsome gentleman walk into a bar? You just confused it for me. I don't even know. He just said no.
Are they still friends?
Yeah, they're still friends. They are. Listen, I think he's a lovable kind of, moke. He's cool.
Maybe.
Because I think when you told me the story, I was like, he's trying to throw that grenade in there and make a move.
Why would wait? So wait a minute. Where's the bro code here? Because it sounds like he was trying to drown you.
Well, what he was saying bro code is like, I violated the bro code.
Yeah, but you can't claim I violated the bro code after you violate the bro code. There is no bro code at that point.
Well, listen, I wasn't the one who was claiming to violate the bro code. I was cooking.
I know
he violated the bro code.
I was cooking chicken thighs 15 feet ahead of me, with paprika and fucking cumin, and drinking beer. So, bro code wasn't anywhere around me. There was no code. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing is, bro code would have been like, "Hey, man, were you having beers with a coworker in Elkridge?" And then if you're like, "Yeah, why?" Like, "Hey, sir, he was having beers with a coworker." And then, you know what I mean?
Right.
He skipped a step. He was definitely in violation of.
Well, I don't
mini codes.
I don't know him like that. We don't associate on phone, social media, etc., etc. The weird thing is that according to him, he said, "Hey, Wes," and the guy said, "Yeah, what's up?" So
I know that somebody was such
an sack of shit. They just fucking lie. Did you ask Sarah? Has he in the past ever asked her out?
She said no. I have asked that. She said no.
Okay.
And I met this guy. I like him. He's inconsequential in that regard. He's a good friend of hers.
I love this reaction because I got this vibe from Wes too, and he was just like, not fucking nervous. That's the vibe I got.
I wasn't, because again, I was doing Martha Stewart things up in my fucking kitchen. I was like, I took a picture of baked chicken thighs to Sarah, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. I kind of wish I was at a bar, but this is what I'm doing.
Were you wearing a suit and tie while you were making those chicken thighs?
I should have a thin tie too.
Were you buttering up those thighs? Is that what you're doing?
Bro code. I don't tell Mrs. Purdue what you're doing. Get out of here. All right, Murr. You know what time it is.
That's right, my friends. It's officially time for 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday, being brought to you, of course, by the Shin Splints Recovery Group. You can find them on Facebook. Experiencing any pain below ankle, the very credible and very medically sound Facebook group is there for you should you have any shin splints that you need to recover from. Let's get to it. Your 5 fun facts for you fuckers on this Friday. Did you know that bubble wrap was originally supposed to be sold as wallpaper? In 1957, engineers made a textured wallpaper by sealing 2 air-filled shower curtains together, but nobody wanted to buy it. Several years later, they realized it would make a great packing material And now $400 million worth of bubble wrap is sold annually.
Hell of a mistake.
Yeah.
Hell of a mistake.
Did not know that.
I'd like to meet the dickhead.
I mean, I don't know why it failed as wallpaper, though. That's stupid.
Yeah, I'd like to meet the dickhead who pitched it as wallpaper. Like, oh, you just put these bubbles up here? And then,
I want to see the dickhead's boss who was like, do it. Run it. It's a good idea. Let's fucking go with it. It's gonna fucking make us millions.
How many dinner parties would fall apart if you had bubble wrap as wallpaper off, 1,000-yard stare, and they're popping your wall? This is cool. Yeah, you're ruining our entire fucking wall with what you're doing right now,
right?
You cocksucker. We're gonna have to re-plaster the whole fucking thing.
Well,
another fun fact, by the way, is
it's probably some the person who's doing it probably gets their steak well done.
Yeah,
never gonna let it go.
Asshole. Nope. You were supposed to spread it on wallpaper to peel off, and instead we just let fucking kids play with it, and it became a fucking multi-million-dollar toy.
$400 million a year, yeah.
Yeah, for the bubble wrap.
Damn. Good for them. Good for them. What can you say?
And by the way, we had an intern, and we bought 2 of the big bales of bubble wrap, and we sealed him up in bubble wrap and duct tape and hit him with a van at 20 miles an hour, and he was A-okay. So
20 miles an hour?
It does seem a little fast.
Yeah, it was. No, my co-host, like, he was driving at first and was just like, I was like, you're not hitting him hard enough. And eventually I didn't realize, and he wasn't the type of person to get like feelings involved or emotional about things like this. Usually if it was a bit, we just did it and he didn't care. But finally I was like, dude, you got to go faster. He's like, you want to hit another fucking human being with a fucking 2-ton van? Do you want to do that? And shut the fuck up and sit in the passenger seat. I was like, oh, he's got a good point.
And I'd have been like, yes, he's letting us.
I'm eventually the one that did it and hit the 20-mile-an-hour mark.
Like, we're getting this motherfucker to fucking 40. Let's see what happens.
But he was so wrapped up that, like, it hit him, and then he kind of bounced back about 5 feet, and then just kind of like tumbled, like a fucking tumbleweed.
Hold on, would you hit and then immediately brake?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't continue. As soon as we made contact with him, it was light the brakes up and just, and he tumbled.
No, they fucking ran him over, bro.
I was just going to tell you, I think, no, I get that, but one, I'm just confirming. 2, I'm labeling this person as intern of the century. I don't know. This guy, he could make shitty coffee for the rest of the fucking semester, but he took a 20-mile-an-hour van wrapped in bubble wrap. Oh God, good for him.
What was that conversation like? Was he just like, yeah, I'll fucking do it?
Well, it was all a part of his earn his name challenge. We called him intern A. He was our first intern, intern A, and he wanted to be called by his real name. And we told him that if he wanted to be called by his real name, he had to complete 10 challenges.
Fucking hazing. So
great.
So you haze people. Interesting.
I mean, if they do it voluntarily, and he like, and so the only downfall was that if he didn't want to do the 10 challenges, then he would just continue to be called intern A.
Did one of the challenges include spicy Cheetos?
And
he put a snake in his mouth.
Oh God!
like a little one.
He put a live. It was a live black snake. Right in his mouth. He licked a dumpster.
Wait, like the outside?
No.
The inside.
That was
But
pretty bad.
I found out years later that he was crafty enough he knew that this challenge was coming, so he actually put a condom in his pocket. And before we could, he was like, it made sense years later because he was all too willing to hurry up and jump in that dumpster. So what he had done was he had actually jumped in the dumpster with the condom and put the condom on his tongue, and then went like, and we were so impressed. He started at like the bottom of the dumpster and went, we're like, well done. All right, that one, champ. Damn. And eventually he earned his name, so he did plenty. All right, your next fun fact or your fun fact Friday. Did you know marshmallows exist because of sore throats? For centuries, juice from the marshmallow plant has been used for pain relief. In the 1800s, it was mixed with egg whites and sugar for children with sore throats. The recipe was so tasty that people made it into a treat called the marshmallow.
Had no idea.
Nope. Where was this at? The marshmallow plant?
Where was it at? No.
The ground? I don't know. No, the fun fact for me is that there's an actual plant called the fucking marshmallow.
Yeah, right? That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah.
I'm guessing marshy areas.
Hold on. Pause. Do we have another issue? Wes, do you think he meant plant as in like a place that manufactures marshmallows? Or are we good with that it's a plant, like a botanical plant?
No, I just thought that where the marshmallows were being produced.
Okay, so that's not what he said.
No.
We're here now.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. I just wanted to check.
How about I read
down another rabbit hole?
Okay, I'll read it like this then. Marshmallows exist because of sore throats. For centuries, juice from the marshmallow bush has been used for pain relief.
Good. That's better.
Oh. And these things grow.
Let me try again. The marshmallow tree.
He's like, well, what kind of bush manufactures marshmallows? That doesn't make any sense.
Like George Bush.
George Bush makes marshmallows?
That's how the Bush family got rich. Before Halliburton, of course. No, I did not know that. Christ. So there's a bush that produces
I don't know if it's a bush.
Produces
There's
marshmallows.
a plant. Not a manufacturing plant. Okay. A living, breathing organism.
Yeah.
Apparently, marshmallow just sounds like such a funny, like, candy name. It just sounds like it makes sense to it was always just a candy. No, I'm kind of blown away. I've got to now look up what a marshmallow plant looks like.
Marshmallow, yeah. It's not. You mean it's not a bunch of concentrated sugar?
Well, it is, but it's got like juice from the actual marshmallow plant inside of it. And no, it's not a tree that grows marshmallows.
Right.
They do blend it with other ingredients.
Understood.
To make Peeps. Are you sure? Peeps are good for you. Apparently, they'll cure sore throat.
What I'm thinking is that what they should do is they should make marshmallows with the juice inside of the marshmallow, kind of like a liquidy goo in there.
Yeah, that does not sound good.
What? Come on, you all love liquidy goo inside of treats.
Nope. I'm not a big marshmallow fan personally, so barking up the wrong.
No, but I
really with like a
feel
s'more.
like
You want to
now-
eat a s'more sandwich?
I mean, yeah, I will, but that's probably one of the few ways. Like marshmallow and snowballs. Nope, absolutely not. Fucking
Yeah.
well,
I don't really like Peeps. Yeah. Every now and then
I'll
might
tell you what,
consider it,
though.
but like, oh, no marshmallow flavored anything.
what about like I never had a fluffernutter until I was like in my 30s, and then I was like, oh, like that peanut butter or that marshmallow spread with some peanut butter. I was like, damn, where you been all my life, baby?
Yeah, it's alright.
What you doing?
I don't know. I just don't like marshmallow flavor. It's weird. It's like cotton candy. I don't really do cotton candy either.
Oh, and I also have gotten into recently, and you guys should try this. Okay, so you know how you make now? Do you guys make a grilled cheese with mayonnaise, or do you make it with butter?
Butter.
Yeah, Wes?
Butter, but the mayonnaise thing is kind of intriguing. But I'm a butter guy, sure.
Well, a real grilled cheese, apparently, you're supposed to spread mayonnaise on the outside and fry the mayonnaise onto the bread. That's how you're supposed to make a grilled cheese. But I do butter, and so did Elvis. And Elvis's treat, I always thought it was peanut butter and banana sandwiches, but then I read something. This is what he liked: fried peanut butter, bacon, and honey sandwiches. That's what he really ate.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So I started making them for myself on Sunday mornings. They are a fucking treat.
You know what Elvis also used to do?
Shoot guns at TVs because he didn't like what was on them.
Well, that's perhaps. Elvis also made himself like periscope goggles so he could watch television from his back.
Yeah.
You should start do that as you're eating your honey bacon fucking fried mayonnaise sandwich.
It's honey, bacon, and peanut butter.
You can watch fucking Comanche or whatever that Peter Falk show is from your back.
Well, I like to sleep on one side, and when I was in college, I got a full-length mirror, and I put it on the other side of the bed so that I could lay and watch the reflection of the TV.
Well, I don't think it necessarily like Elvis did it for sleeping purposes. It just he didn't want to look up and watch television, so he just wanted to lay flat on his back. So he made periscope goggles.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, but I also didn't want to lay on that side, so I put a mirror on the other side. So me and Elvis, we just lay down different, man.
Yeah.
Same thing, man. Same thing. Did you know
that Elvis didn't get steaks well done?
Did you know Wes is a cocksucker? Did you know that?
Gonk, gonk. All right, go on.
Likes that sweet marshmallow juice on the inside.
Terrible.
Did you know Reed Hastings came up with the idea for Netflix when he returned Apollo 13 and misplaced it? Or I'm sorry, rented Apollo 13 and misplaced it. While worrying about the $40 late fee on his way to the gym, he realized that paying the same amount each month to work out whenever you want is a much better business model than the current business model of video stores.
I gotta tell you, I did not know that, and I'm kind of starting to see the brilliance of it. This is why people ought to, when they come up with something brilliant, write it down, develop it, and do something with it. This guy, he was going to the gym, was like, oh fuck, $40? I don't know. This seems kind of fucking weird. Oh man, I got the gym here. I pay a monthly fee for that. Why can't it be the same with videos? Wait a minute. I think I got an idea. And I don't know if this guy talked like that. He didn't talk like Bill Pullman, but he may have been a little more intelligent. But then again, my point is, like, mark these things. Collect data. Do some math. Do some long division. Feed some monkeys some hot food and figure out where you need to go in life.
Wait a minute. What if we get exotic animals and we feed them exotic foods and we tape it for the world to see?
I think, that'd be good. We should do that. We should stop whatever it is this is and just do that.
Well, I thought we were gonna start a cult somewhere, so maybe that's the highlight.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably still on the table too. But
this might seem a little racist, given that it's what is it? What's the month we're celebrating right now? It's like Asian American Heritage Month or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, and when a white person prefaces anything with saying this is going to sound a little racist, I clench my fucking desk.
This could be construed as a little racist, but I truly think it's shit. Okay, I don't know how to. I see now. I'm sweating. Like, should I go forward with this? But I assure you that it's all in fun. I want to start an all Asian karaoke YouTube channel we get.
That's not racist at all.
Well, where we have Japanese individuals, okay, like in Tokyo, singing traditional American songs, and I just feel like there would be. I will put the hilarity in your mind.
Yep. Have you ever seen what's that Bill Murray Scarlett Johansson movie?
Lost in Translation.
Yeah. when they go out late and they witness the same thing. I think you're onto something. You're going to get billions of views, maybe trillions. Why do you build me up, but a coffee was just to wrap me down?
See that, like, you were dancing on the racism, and then Wes was like, "Yeah, let's bathe in it."
Thank you. Because 5 years ago, this was hilarious. Now it's problematic.
It's still hilarious.
They did it with that. What was that fucking song? I'm So Ronery in Team America.
God. Yeah, Kim Jong-il was singing it.
Mm-hmm.
Ronery.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Everybody's smart like me. Fuck, spill beer.
And you know what? To try to make up for this, like, I can't even speak 2 languages. I barely speak English properly. Okay? So, God bless them for knowing how to be bilingual.
I think the
sort of.
I think my 3 keys ruined. Spill beer all over it.
They're bilingual minus 3 syllables. It's a great effort, and I think it would be hilarious to watch. But did you know, if you jumped into a black hole, you would be stretched out longer and longer until you were the shape of a noodle. The name of this process is called spaghettification.
Wow.
So
These
wait,
are good.
How? Okay, that is entirely different from the black, or not the black hole thing, but the thing where you're talking about if you drilled a hole in the end of the earth, you would keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, you wouldn't stretched out that much.
Wow.
You wouldn't get stretched out at all.
I don't know where to start to tackle this one. Alan, would you like to handle this?
I think I get it. But the black hole, you just but who the hell coined that noodleification?
Scientists. They're
Spaghettification.
Spaghettification?
Yeah, think they're funny.
Yeah. Didn't know it.
Let's call it spaghettification.
Exactly. That's exactly how that went. That's a reenactment.
Yeah.
No, this sounds run of the mill nerd shit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Bunch of well done steak eating motherfuckers.
Like, I've never heard that, but yeah, I mean, no, I feel like actual science nerds are like medium guys like us. You know.
With much higher intellects that understand things like marshmallow plants are not factories, but also plants that grow out of the ground.
And then when you eat hot things, your poop doesn't actually turn into lava.
All right.
It's just euphemistic.
Yeah.
Here comes another well done steak joke.
It's all he's got. It's like the dice move.
Clackety clack. No,
but this does amaze me. That, I mean, just because the fabric of space-time is just incredibly undefinable at a black hole, that you wouldn't. That's the weirdest part about this is, according to science, it doesn't mean you would die, even though your body at an atomic level is being stretched out almost infinitely to a noodle shape.
Sure.
You might, in fact, still be alive and come out the other side in a different plane of existence.
This also doesn't mean that on a plane that's driving by this black hole, that Greg Louganis does a springboard off of it and dives into the black hole. That's the weird thing about it. I mean, you have to have a vessel, unless you're, I guess, Greg Louganis being a spacesuit with enough oxygen to get through there.
There are so many problematic jokes to be made. Diving headfirst into a black hole.
God damn it. So anyway, guys, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are The Middle Classholes on Facebook. We're at MDL Classholes on Instagram and Twitter. And for your listening pleasure, if you even care, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
soon to be blocked by all media outlets.
Soon to be canceled and most likely stripped of our accounts. So thanks.
But did you know?
I'm not doing it again.
It's fine. We're good.
We'll fix it in post.
Did you have another point to be made about Greg Louganis, Wes?
No, I just thought that him diving into a black hole was kind of... I was using him as a point of reference. That's all. God.
Oh, Lord.
And finally, did you know people who don't drink alcohol are more likely to die young, according to a recent study. During the 20-year study, people who never had a drink had the highest rate, 69%, of premature death. Heavy drinkers were next in line, but moderate and consistent drinkers had the lowest mortality rate. We will live forever, friends.
Solid.
Well, you guys will live forever. But what I was going to say, I think
what are you on, beer 7? It's like an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, how do you rate this 25 ouncer? I guess
it's like a beer and a half.
No, it's
natural light.
It's 2 plus an ounce.
But it's natural light, so it's like 1.5.
No, that makes sense. I guess I don't know what the benefits would be to drinking moderately versus not drinking at all. But certainly, it doesn't shock me that it's non-drinkers followed by heavy drinkers, and then your moderate to consistent drinkers are the longer livers. Yeah, longer livers, longer.
I think the heavy drinkers have the longer livers.
Their livers got pulled through a black hole and then stretched through a noodle.
No, but I would think the heavy drinkers would die before the non-drinkers, but I would assume that the non-drinkers are wound fucking so tighter than a Greg Louganis double front flip spiral, that like they never blow off any steam. So they're always just wound up with whatever stresses of the day. So when I have my 2 or 3 beers at night, whatever stresses I have by the middle of the second beer are kind of like, let's watch Predator. It's on AMC right now. All right, let's go. Again, I kind of just decompress a little bit where they're just wound up all day.
First, your Predator reference really got me. But, there's no, I have no science to back what I'm about to say, but there's certainly a certain amount of mental health that goes into people just being sober all the time, being super fucking anxious and wound up. That, by the time that, their kids get out of college, they don't know what to do with themselves. And then heart fails out. Voila.
I'd just like to take my dad to like Baltimore or something and just have show him a guy with a beard down to his fucking kneecap screaming at the sky. Like, that guy's going to live longer than you.
Yep.
You guys ever been through a black hole? Nope. Can't say that I have.
Not.
What's the spaghettification of this bottle or why? Woo!
What's the
that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
What's the square root of this apartment? All right, Alan, already in the midst of that fucking giggle fest that we had, got us out of there. Hey, I wanted to point this out. Man, we talk about getting old, okay? And we are middle class holes, and most of us middle-aged. School Rock came out, 2003 film starring Jack Black, a few others. One of the lead guitarist, Kevin Clark, 32-year-old, was struck by a car while riding his bicycle in Chicago. Police say, wait, no, that's not him. Sorry. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
So I was reading bullet points. Dad, listen, I laugh about this because we talked about our industrial technology teacher dying while mowing the lawn years ago, and getting hit by a tree. I don't know, man. I guess when you're getting old when kids who were involved in movies, 11 years ago are dying?
Yeah, but he didn't. I'm fascinated that you're fascinated by this because he didn't die because of old age. He got hit by a car. Tragedies strike all the time.
All right.
Don't you feel old that that guy died from blunt force trauma?
It's a good point. Middle Classholes, everyone. Have a good night.
Yep. It's, you know, Wes, you've had yourself a good show. I think you really nailed it tonight. Is what I'm saying. You just keep the bar right here.
Journalistic integrity.
Right here is more like it, but yeah, you get the gist.
I started off agitated because this goddamn 9/11 Twoover wouldn't get on. All right, forgive me.
Yeah, well, she definitely ain't getting on after the fucking emails you've sent her now.
But what are you talking about?
Called her whack.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
I mean, I'm cool with it.
No, I mean, she was. Well, we knew she was whack, but that's why we invited her on in the first place. But you don't say it to their face.
Well, I'm sure I can find some other clowns.
This was the email version of your road rage, and I'm glad to have witnessed it.
It was. It's good stuff, though.
Well, all right. 32-year-old dies in a car crash due to my lack of journalistic integrity. I didn't know that, and I wanted to use it as a talking point for the thing about, you're getting old when, and that's it. All right, folks. Good night. You'll find us at MD, Classholes, at all the other things. Gmail, good luck. And we love you. We love you.
Just type some letters in and at gmail.com. You might get us. We'll get back to you.
Got a question? Got a concern? Hey, Calvin's coming on next week. Asking for a friend. We will promote the shit out of that. If you have legal questions, concerns, something that's inside the realm of possibility, don't tell us that you. I don't know what would be.
Well, don't tell us about felonies and outstanding warrants from several states.
That's right.
Hopefully, we'll find out if you can get tranquilized or not legally by a zookeeper.
That's right.
To fulfill all your hot Cheeto feeding fantasies to zoo animals. If you always wanted to feed hot Funyuns to a baby hippo, we might have you fucking covered.
We will also understand the legal ramifications of spider monkeys pooping hot lava next week. All right, good night, folks.